Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to begin by giving all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to you brothers that are laboring and pushing this word in truth and sincerity and with charity. I'm the brother Abraham from the camp here in GMS Chicago, coming back at you with another lesson. This one is inspired by this video that I seen from the Kim Iverson show. It's called Israelis Shocked, the World Hates Them, right? And it's she's doing a show on a couple viral clips that are a little viral, all right, because obviously what's going on with Israel and Palestine, as we know. And everywhere these Israelis go and travel to, they're being harassed and being called out for what they're doing, okay? And everybody hates them, okay? Everywhere they go, they talk shit to them, they call them out for their actions and what they're doing, okay? And it goes to show you the hypocrisy of the scoffers that scoff us and our doctrine and what we say. And you have these Amalekites that are literally, as we speak, for the past couple of years and still continuing to do it and boasting about it and prideful about it and slaughtering and killing these Palestinians. All right, just imagine how they feel about you Israelites. Just keep that in mind. Imagine how they feel about you Israelites, okay? Because they're doing this to the Palestinians. Imagine what they want to do to you. Imagine how they feel about you. All right, and the scoffers that scoff us for our doctrine, what do you have to say about these Amalekites that are literally slaughtering these people? Men, women, and children, civilians, okay, bombing hospitals. All right, but they don't bat an eye, right? Excuse me. All right, so let's see, let's listen to this video a little bit.
Well, Israelis are shocked the world hates them. There's been a series of incidents that have happened all around the world when Israelis travel. They are often not greeted warmly or they're oftentimes run out of the place. Some of the incidences that are being reported are actually really awful. They're being attacked, but we don't really know all the circumstances of the attacks. I don't think Israelis are just being flat out attacked violently, but maybe squabbles happens, when people get screamed at in the face and suddenly they react, and then reactions lead to other reactions and whatnot. And so some of the stories that have gone on in the Netherlands, 2 Israeli visitors were violently attacked at a water park. The attackers threw stones and physically assaulted the family, with one victim losing consciousness. Police arrested the people but quickly released some of the attackers, fueling fear among the Israelis there. That is one of the stories that we're getting. These actually are coming from, let me show you who this is coming from, Shael Ben Ephraim. We've had him on the show many times, and we're going to get him back on the show here soon because Shael has had a major transformation. He was the liberal Zionist. He first came on the show as a liberal Zionist. He's Israeli American dual citizen, and when he first appeared on the show, he justified Israel's war. He justified Zionism. Then the next time he came on the show, he was like, okay, I'm still a Zionist, but Israel is committing some war crimes, and it's not good. And then the last time he came on the show, he says, yeah, Israel's committing a genocide, not just war crimes, it's bad. And now Shael is at the point where he says, I'm not even a Zionist anymore, it's a cult. And I got sucked into the cult, and I'm out of the cult. So he's been fascinating to watch in an evolution, and he's taken a lot of heat and a lot of hate. But he is, you just got to commend the guy. He's one of the good guys for, coming out. It's very hard to come out of a certain mindset And, we saw this happen with a lot of people during COVID, for example. They started off brainwashed, and then they kind of got out of it and woke up. And Shael's been one of those people when it comes to Israel and Zionism and the genocide and whatnot. But so he put together this post kind of rounding up all of the incidences that have been recently reported on. And they're usually in the Times of Israel, and they're saying, oh, these Israelis, they frame it like Israel, innocent Israelis were just minding their own business, and then somebody came and threw rocks at them. And, anti-Semitism is just on the rise, and this is what's going on. And I think these stories are actually going to be used by Netanyahu to justify the censorship on social media, to say, look, all of these lies about Jews and Israel is causing all of these people to harm Jews around the world. And so we have to, for the safety of Jews, we have to actually put a stop to, all of these lies, and therefore censor social media. That's what I think these stories are actually for, because these stories are clearly not being reported on accurately. And this first one in the Netherlands saying that the police arrested them, but then quickly released them. And then, oh no, according to the Jerusalem Post, now there's fear among Israelis there that the Netherlands, the Dutch aren't going to do anything about it. That's bullshit. It's a lie. Clearly they arrested them and let them go because there were other circumstances. There were other things that were taken into consideration. And then that's why they were let go. In France, a resort manager was arrested after denying entry to 150 Israeli children at a holiday village. That did happen. There are definitely Israelis that, it's not a fight. It's not a brawl. There's no antagonizing. But they show up and people look at them and they're like, you're a bunch of Zionist Israelis and you're clearly pro-Zionist. You're proud of what your country's doing. You're not welcome here. And this is going on all around the world, where Israelis and IDF and people that are proud of Israel and Zionism, they're being run out of restaurants, they're being run out of water parks, they're being run out of hotels, they're being run out because people are not in support. And when you think, now you might...
All right, so let me just bring out precept here. This is the book of Obadiah, right? In the book of Obadiah is literally a prophetic chapter on the nation of Edom. Okay, this is Obadiah 1. I'm going to start at verse 1. Point is in verse 2. All right, it says, the vision of Obadiah. Thus saith the Lord God concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. Right? So greatly despised. And the whole world is starting to hate this devil. Right? All the nations are angry at this devil now. Okay, and look at the actions that it's doing when I believe Iran started attacking Israel and their Iron Dome, right? So-called Iron Dome. Then they started to cry out for help. Okay, as if we were supposed to feel sorry for them. Nobody felt sorry for them. Okay, because the whole world watched for the past couple years everything they've been doing, continue to do, okay, to prove that these people are evil and wicked. Okay, who's literally supporting these people? America, right? Because they're joined hand in hand. All right. So you're starting to see Esau, Edom, Amalek being greatly despised because they're being exposed for who they truly are, and they're devils and they're wicked. Okay, because they proclaim and paint themselves to be righteous people, right? But their actions, their history, all right, say otherwise. All right, let's get Genesis, I believe it's 4. Yeah, 4. When Cain slew his brother Abel. Okay, Cain slew his brother Abel. And then once he slew him, right, the Most High cursed Cain. All right, let's get the account. Genesis 4 and 11. So this is the Most High speaking to Cain. It says, "And now art thou cursed from the earth, which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth." Right? So the earth would be against him. Everybody is against this devil. All the nations are against this devil. All right, and even the earth itself is against this devil. All right. It says, "A fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth." All right, let's see. Define fugitive: a person who has escaped from a place or is in hiding, especially to avoid arrest or persecution. All right. So Esau, Edom, what has he done? He escaped, and is in hiding. How is he hiding? What did he do? Right? So he stole the identity of the Israelites, all right, and proclaimed themselves to be the holy people, all right. We're God's chosen. You know, that's why we have every right to do what we're doing. All right, they stole our nationality. They stole our identity. Right? Because if we knew who they really were, then everybody would go and, you know, destroy this devil. Okay? Alright, so that's fugitive. Fugitive, let's get vagabond. A person who wanders from place to place without a home or job, having no settled home. Alright, so Esau can never have rest. Right? Never have rest. Because he's a fugitive and a vagabond. He's always going to be on the run. He's always going to be in hiding. All right, and that's why his job is to deceive the whole world. And it worked for a time, right? But for a time, for a moment, right? In Job, it says that the joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment. All right? It's just for a season. So this was Cain's curse. It says, "And Cain said unto the Lord, My punishment is greater than I can bear. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid, and I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. And it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me shall slay me." Right? If they really knew who he was, right? And you know, his mark of leprosy. All right, now in today's world, it's they paint it as like that's what you want to look like, but that's really a disease. That's a skin disease. All right. So back in these times, in this time, you know, if they saw somebody looking like that, they like, let's kill this motherfucker. Right? So the Most High said, "And the Lord said unto him, Therefore whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And the Lord set a mark upon Cain, lest any finding him should kill him." So the Lord has a mark on Cain. All right, so he's pretty much protecting him, right? Because the Lord said that vengeance is his. He's gonna rise up to the prey. He's gonna come back and take him out. Right? Not nobody here on earth. All right, the Lord himself is going to send his son Yahweh Shai to come back and take off the crowns from all these kings of the earth. All right, who's the main king on earth? Esau, Edom, right? The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Who's the wicked? Esau, Edom. Right? So you think this man, the basis of all men, would have got to power all by himself? No, the Lord put him in power. And he has a mark on him until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled, which is now. That's why you're seeing him fall. That's why you're seeing him being exposed. Everybody despising him. All the nations hating him. All right, his kingdom crumbling. All this is prophetic. All right, let's get our this is Isaiah 57:20. But the wicked are like the troubled sea, when it cannot rest, whose waters cast up mire and dirt. There is no peace, saith my God, to the wicked. Right? So Esau, who is a fugitive and a vagabond, wandering like a wanderer, all right, trying to keep his secret identity hidden, which is not. He's been exposed. All right, there's no peace for the wicked. There is no rest. All right, and that's why the whole world hates them. Everywhere they go, they're being hated and harassed. All right, that's a curse. You really think these are the people of the Lord? Far from it, and it's being exposed and uncovered that they are a bastard and a fraud. All right, so our job is to keep exposing this devil, keep exposing, right? Until we can't no more. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and end it there. Lord willing, this video was edifying. As always, all honor, glory, and praises goes to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Until the next time, Shalom.